What's up, Cookie Daters? Yeah, so if you guys notice, I have not posted quite a few movie reviews for some of the bigger movies that come out in the past month. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I've just kind of like really lost for a moment, I've lost the motivation to do that, to make movie reviews almost weekly. Yeah, but I just had a new idea. I would post this. So for this video, I'm going to be about 5 movies that I have seen in the past month of March and go through them very quickly, rate them, and see which one I enjoy the most. So it's just an idea. I will say it again at the end of the video, but if you guys like, this is a little idea better than separate movie videos. I'll probably still make maybe big spoiler movie reviews, but just for now, this is my first movie review compilation for March. So I have right here on my iPad some movie notes. I have the notes for like most of the movies. The only one I don't have is for the new Shazam movie. So I'm gonna try to remember what I have on top of my head. So for the first one, we're going for the review 65. So this is a movie. Adam Driver's character drives a spaceship full of like a dozen passengers, and they're trying to go to like another habitable planet, but they end up actually traveling back in time 65 million years ago, just days before the asteroid hit. So it starts off with, so the plane crashes, and there's only a little girl that survives the crash. And so it's up to the pilot and the girl to travel to a different part of where they crash landed to find another part of the ship so they can get off the planet. But they had to go through the forest and kind of survive the bunch of these different creatures that they've never really seen before. So there's very kind of interesting start of the chemistry between them two, but then eventually starts to get interesting. They actually get along and they understand each other a little bit because they don't speak really the same language. Some of these dinosaur-esque creatures, there are some creatures that they never even shown in the Jurassic Park or World movies, which is really cool. Yeah, some of the cool gadgets that Adam Driver's character has is really cool, really interesting. Especially his gun, and there's like a map projecting thing that reminds me from like Star Wars. One downside I found in this movie, there was like I put in my notes, is there's a lot of staring, like most movies they have like when certain heroes or whatever are going through certain dangers and they have to like stare off camera at an angle, like we gotta go type of look, and then they run instead of like, oh frick, we gotta run, and just start like they just stare like, okay, let's go. So overall, really cool, a little bit funny, very adventurous. One thing though about the T-Rex that has been like teased in trailers for that movie is like it's smaller than I think what they portrayed in the Jurassic movies. That's just me. That's what I saw. But overall, pretty solid movie. I'd give it like a 3 out of 5 for sure. All right, next is Scream 6. Oh my gosh. Okay, so crazy movie, pretty good. Definitely more violent, a bit more goresome than the other Scream movies. Tara, Janet Ortega's character, and Chad from Scream 5, they apparently have a chemistry, or they had this thing going on. Apparently they might have had it since like a little bit after they moved, but I'm kind of conflicted on that little chemistry. It's just like it was just there, but nothing's been going on, and then for the longest part of the movie it was killing me. There is some like 1 or 2 mentions of Sid. For those who don't know, the actress who plays Sid, or Sydney, she, there's been little financial drama for her from the last movie, so therefore she's not, at least guest appearing in Scream 6. So, but it's cool that they still kind of mention her. Like the presence was there. Kirby, she made a guest appearance and she plays a vital role in this movie. She was from, I believe, the fourth movie. It's good to have her back. I only had one real jump scare, and it was at Gail's apartment in New York. That was it. It was still scary though, but I think I had a legit jump scare at Gail's place. I like the sibling relationship turnaround. Like it was very weird that in Scream 5 but they were separated for the longest time, and then they had to like kind of like closure up, and then it was like that again, but not really been apart. They kind of like called back on that. And then they're complaining that they're too close, and so they have to find some weird middle ground later, like throughout this movie. They have one of the funniest lines I have ever heard in the Scream franchise, let alone just, probably just the Scream franchise. It was Gail finally getting a call from a Ghostface person. They're on the conversation. By the way, I don't want to really call this a spoiler. It's just a funny line. She gets the call, and then they've been talking, and then she's like, "Can you hold, please?" And the Ghostface like, "What?" That cracked me up so much. It was so great. The final reveal. Oh boy. Okay, if you haven't seen this movie yet, think of this as like, so in a way, so this movie as a whole, it's like Scream 2 on steroids, a little bit. Spoiler reveal right now. If you don't want to hear the spoiler or see the spoiler, go to this time in the video. There's 3. Technically 2, but 3 Ghostface people. Well, I guess antagonists. 2 of them were actual Ghostface. And so the reason I said that it's like Scream 2 on steroids is because it's a family revenge. Because in the first movie, the boyfriend of course the boyfriend and his friend got killed, but it's the boyfriend's mom who puts on that mask, tries to kill Sydney, and then there was another Ghostface, I forgot who it was though, and then, so they get, and so for Scream 6, it's like the same thing, where the boyfriend gets killed, but then the family takes revenge on, the main girl, I forgot her name. And then, why did she charge with a gun? She was screaming. You could, or no, I think, wait, was it her? No, it was the dad. The dad charged with a gun. Instead of just trying to shoot her, he just went, and she had a knife, so I okay, that's it for the spoilers. So overall, this movie, I liked it. It was fun, thrilling, suspenseful. I had some suspicions for at least one of the people. Okay, technically I had suspicions for at least 2 or 3 people, but one of them actually tended to be true. But that's it. I rate this movie 3.5 out of 5. Next so this is the one I don't have notes for, so I'm gonna do it straight over here. Shazam, Fury of the Gods. So a lot of people have been very controversial about this movie because not controversial, conflicted. People have been conflicted about this movie because, so supposedly it's supposed to be a very fun, family-oriented superhero movie, but it's kind of what DC has been going through with James Gunn, now the CEO, and trying to reboot this universe. Everyone's thinking, oh, this movie doesn't really matter because it's gonna get rebooted. So yeah, what's the deal with this movie? Why it's not really that important. It may be so, but I still kind of enjoyed the movie. It was, still, family oriented. It was kind of funny. I dig the new suits for sure. The new costumes. If you guys really seen the movie, you'll think it's somewhat weird when they talked about it in the end. But regardless of that, it was very adorable between what are the names? Um, was it Anne? It was the youngest sister for of it was like the Rachel Zegler's character and the kid with the stick. Like those that like the relationship between those two, adorable. Um, Another thing I had some of an issue is that so Billy as like the kid version, he's not really much kiddie since the last movie. He was still like he was very like maturing up and like trying to prepare for what he thought was going to be coming in terms of living in the house. But Zachary Levi's portrayal of Billy being the superhero, he still behaves as if he's a teenager, which I think is kind of weird. But I don't know. The villains, like the antagonists, were okay. Like, I understand the motive, and also, by the way, fun fact: these are brand new, like they're original characters. Like they're not part of the DC universe at all. These are completely original characters, which I thought was an interesting touch. Yeah, this movie's also a little bit funny. There was one scene with the dream. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it is hilarious. The way they portrayed this was great. They spoiled this cameo with Wonder Woman, which is I think, well, yeah, as a promoting thing, it's a really bad idea. But it's also, I guess, a way to get the fans still trying to get in, but still, like, you want the cameos to be surprised. Like, they didn't really keep it a surprise for Black Adam when Superman showed up, so I don't know. But and the ending, it got me in my feels a bit. I wanted to cry a little bit, and then, but it got better. The ending got better. So yeah, I would rate this movie probably 3 out of 5. Yeah. Okay, now back to notes. Next movie would be John Wick 4. Yeah, this is a franchise that I'm not a super big fan of, but I do like the franchise, or at least I guess it's franchise because it's like more than 3. I remember watching the first John Wick movie. I enjoyed it, and then I watched the second and third one back to back. I think when I was on a plane or when I was at home. I don't know, but it was really interesting. And then when the fourth one was coming out, it was coming out soon. And then Keanu Reeves posted like a 2-minute recap. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to recap everything, but I'm still lost of like, because I think the second and third one they really blurred for me. But regardless, so for the movie, oh, by the way, so the actor who plays Lance, so unfortunately, he passed away recently, and rest in peace for him. Yeah, and so now I guess there's suits. I don't know if they existed before in the franchise, but there are suits that are bulletproof. Because yeah, it seems like they cannot die unless you really like. I don't know, or I don't know. The blind guy character, he's really cool. I like him. Interesting. Okay. So the guy who plays the blind martial arts guy, he also plays the blind character in Rogue One, which I think is very surprising. And in real life, he's not blind at all or visually impaired. He can see fine, but he plays blind roles, which I find that really fascinating. There is a fight scene in the art gallery. I find it pretty funny. There's this also scene where it's a really long gun shootout, where it's like the camera takes apart or goes up above like a roof or ceiling point of view, and it's like a video game, which I find that really cool. Oh my gosh. And yeah, the thing with John Wick movies, they like to really elonginate gun shootout fight scenes. And other fight scenes. Oh man, it was painful to watch, to see the stair fight at night. It was so painful. So that's all I gotta say about that. So I will say that the John Wick franchise is officially over. There is a teaser post-credit scene for a spinoff coming out later. I give John Wick for probably 3 out of 5, probably. Now, for the last movie is going to be, which I was not planning on seeing it. I was like hesitant to watch it, but my friends wanted to see it, so I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And it's for Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. So this movie, I actually did enjoy a lot. So yeah, you have some big actors in there for sure. Yeah, because you got Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, you got Justice Smith, Hugh Grant, Sophia Lillis. Yeah, cool cast. This movie is really funny, really fun in general. Yeah, fight scenes are very entertaining to watch. I was never bored. The effects look great. Really cool cinematography. The soundtrack is killer. Like not like killing as in like they're not exactly bops, but like the actual like music pieces, like they're really cool. They fit with the certain settings in the movie really well. Yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I would give this one a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed this movie, and may I notice that the D&D poster and the Super Mario Brothers poster look pretty much the same. Yeah. It's also the same with, what was it, Avengers Endgame? Yeah, Avengers Endgame poster. It looks pretty much the same. Where the bad guys at the top left, main hero in the middle, and then some other heroes like in the Z weird, or the number 2 or Z formation. Like that. I don't know. So I think my favorite movie in the past month would, yeah, I would say the Dungeons and Dragons. Scream 6 is a second. Alright, that is my movie review collage video. So as of recording this, I will be seeing the new Super Mario Brothers movie at midnight leading to Wednesday. Which is, yeah, it's technically a day early or a night early movie theater release. And they were releasing it on the Friday, April 7th, but then they decided to track it back to the 5th. Same with the Air movie. So, but I'm just excited they're releasing it earlier than usual. I'll probably do a spoiler movie review of that. If not, then maybe if this video gets well received or well liked, then I'll probably put that into a movie review collage. But it may have a spoiler review. But anywho, that's it for this video. If you guys like this type of video, give it a like, comment what was the favorite movie that you guys have seen that came out in theaters this month, or in the past month of March, sorry. Subscribe so you guys can see more of these movie reviews. I also have vlogs, and that's mainly what I have. And click on the bell so you guys won't miss the videos when they come out on my channel. And until next time, peace.